How's it going, internets? I hope you're having a lovely day. It's that time again. It's time to get into some animation, time to get your imagination all cranked up, get into some creativity, and it's time to get inspired. And today's inspiration comes from, I can't believe I haven't talked about him yet. He's one of my favorites, Boris Vallejo. And if you're not familiar with his work, check right over here. You probably are. He's one of the most iconic fantasy illustrators and painters. Right up there, I would say, probably, at least for me, right up there, maybe a little behind Frazetta. Frazetta is still one of my top 10 of all times, but Boris Vallejo is just amazing at what he does. I love his stuff. He's got such I feel like what he does that is stronger than Frazetta's stuff is his painterly style. He has a real way to get kind of glistening feeling to all of his paintings that I really love, and I think that makes his stuff really unique as well. So if you see, like, there's just kind of this almost sheen, or the light, I guess the way that it plays off of skin tones is really unique and just gorgeous in his work that I really love. And not to mention, of course, everything else that's just solid and wonderful is posing and composition and color choices and everything. Just all the gamut of different colors that he can get into a skin tone to make it feel natural. It's just amazing. Again, a great composition. I really love this tree in the background that really helps frame everything as well. A great creature here, and the anatomy is spot on. I mean, it's difficult to tell, whether that was a picture or a painting. And anytime someone does something like that, the skill is amazingly good there for sure. Try to find a couple that are a little more safe for work here. This one is phenomenal. I mean, check out the flow of this dragon spirit here as it goes all the way through there. And like I said, if you look here again, he has this way with his painting style that his lighting, I feel, is just phenomenal. The way that he gets the reflections in the painting, so difficult and so hard to do. And looking at his paintings, you'd think it was just I don't know. I think sometimes looking at his paintings, oh, that must be so easy. But then other times I look at his paintings and I'm like, there's no way that's easy at all. It goes back to kind of that thing we were talking about the other day, is to make it look easy and carefree, but how much care has been taken to get it to that point. And his stuff is gorgeous. A great layout. I love the kind of line of action that you have through this character, the powerful posing you have and composition, the way that the weight is set up in this pose and the perspective. Just a wonderful piece altogether. Really like these creatures. And again, something that I know that I struggle with, that I always like, is again, it's kind of a lighting thing, I guess, but it's also an amount of detail. As you see that there's so much detail in these faces here, but then as you kind of fade out from the center that you want the eye to be driven to, the detail starts to fade away there, so you don't have every single digit of this animal's paw rendered as highly as you do in here. And I think that's something that I tend to not do as much in my own personal work, as I try to get everything to feel really as polished as I can. And I think that it's probably better to do it this way, to really drive the viewer's eye, because it'd be kind of like a photograph, where you want the main purpose of the photograph to be really in focus, and the rest would be a little bit blurry, just to help direct the eye a little bit more. And I think he does that wonderfully. Knowing when to do that and when not to do that is really difficult as well. Great piece here. You can just feel the midst of this action, so something happened right before and something's going to happen right after. This guy's going to definitely fall over, and she had to have anticipated and followed through. And you can even see kind of the way that he moves this cloth, and then into that hand, and then out to here. It almost makes an arc through there with the hair as well, which is really interesting, that he can get that in a single image, that you kind of know where that just came from. It's really interesting too. And then this arcs too. Gorgeous stuff. I could talk about his stuff forever. I think he's phenomenal. But I did want to share a quote that I was able to find from something. I think it was an interview. Work hard, be patient, and don't get discouraged. It takes time to get there. That's one that I know I personally struggle with. There's definitely days where I just want something to look perfect, and it's less about the journey and understanding the fundamentals and growing and just trying to do better than the last one, where I want something to be, masterful this time. And it's good encouragement for me, so maybe it encourages you guys as well. And if you're already there, well then just something to think back on too when you were struggling with whatever it is. But chances are there's always going to be something, if it's art related, maybe it's perspective that you struggle with, or composition, or lighting, or different mediums, or there's always something I think that you can push in your work to grow and explore in new ways as well. But I'm getting rambly today, definitely because I love Boris Vallejo's work. I think it's phenomenal. Definitely check it out. I'll throw some links in the description below so you guys can do some research and some enjoyment of his work as well. And let's go ahead and get into some animation. We're going to be using the Goon rig again from the How to Cheat in Maya series. I'll throw a link in the description below if you guys want to check out that. It isn't a free rig, unfortunately, but the cost of entry is pretty low on this. You can pick it up, that book, either online, I'm sure, at Amazon or your local bookstore. And we're going to be continuing on with the pole jump animation that we've been doing for the last few days. So let's go ahead and check that out. We'll start it again from the beginning and see what sticks out to us that we want our approach for today. Okay, two things that really stick out to me right now is I feel like there's a little bit of a spacing issue throughout here, so I want to kind of clean that up a little bit more. It could just be that there's a hiccup in the playback though, because I'm not looking through here and I don't see a big spacing gap. It's just maybe that speed there. So we'll definitely polish through there. Just look mainly at our translate Z's throughout there. Make sure that's flowing, that we don't have a big bump there. And then also we don't really have much on the hands at all in the beginning, so I want to do some movement in there as well. And I think I mentioned that I wanted to try and clean up the contact on the pole a little bit more. I feel like it's okay, but we could probably sell it a little bit better. So I think that's what we'll hit up on today. Time permitting, if we hit all of those notes, let's try and get into doing some stuff with the face. We haven't really done that very much, and I want to try and wrap this one up. We'll do today's video and then tomorrow, and then let's start on a new shot after that. Not saying that we couldn't spend probably another 4 hours or so with this, but I'm trying to make these so that we don't get too minute, but still stay with enough detail there. So I think that's going to be the plan of action for today. I always try and do that when I'm looking at a shot, just kind of think through what I want to approach for that day. Gives me a little bit of methodology or mindset of what I want to hit, and try and keep the time frame working there too. So let's go ahead and do that. And we are using Autodesk Maya 2014 for today's video. For more information on that and all the stuff we've talked about so far, check out the links in the description below. And the main reason for doing these videos each and every day is to hopefully encourage you guys and inspire you to go off and create your own content. And when you do, feel free to share it down below. I'd love to throw you a like on your video if you link it up. Don't hesitate to do that as well, because my goal is to try and create a fun little community where we can all talk and share and learn and grow together there as well. So let's do this, and that each of you are taking another step in your journey towards mastering whatever medium it is that you're passionate about. Don't forget too, it doesn't have to just be animation stuff. If you guys are creating other stuff, any sort of creative stuff, I want to give you some thumbs up and some encouragement for sure. So let's look at our translate Z's here. That could maybe be a little bit further back. Let's watch it again. just a little bit more. And let's delay that one frame though. Needs to translate Y. We could have it be a little bit less up here. Yeah, it's going to rotate X as well. I'm going to rotate X on everything here. Go ahead and key it there. I think I'll delete it here so it has a little bit more space to pull up from there. Maybe we'll overshoot as well. Let's watch that now. Move that back a couple of frames there, so we still have a little bit of overshoot. I think this still might be a little too high. Bring it back down a little bit. Maybe we'll drag the head a little bit more too. So we'll look at the head and the neck there. And we'll go and delete that. And push it down a little bit more here. Maybe not in the head itself, but just in the neck here. Just don't want to swing the head up so much, maybe. Bring it down a little bit. Let's see. Alright, we'll take everything we have here. It just feels like that head pops a little bit. And set it there. Give me a couple more frames to get there. And I think the rotate X could still take a couple of frames too. So it doesn't just pop up here, but like almost be around here to where it goes to its extreme there. Takes a couple more frames to get there. Let's see that now. Alright, it's okay. It's not phenomenal, but it's workable. Okay. And should we approach the first part, or let's do the contact on the pull? Let's kind of track that. So I'm going to go from probably about 148 here to about 165. Still a little bit of movement there. And this one should probably be closer. Should be on there. Let's watch that now. Okay. I think it should maybe have a little more rotate up. And let's look at this arm here. Break it back a little bit more. This could be up and over further a little bit. Still want to try and have a good strong posing through here though. So maybe we'll favor that a little bit sooner because I feel like that's a better frame here. Maybe a little bit lower. Try to look at the arc of that hand here. It should be a little bit higher there, I think. And we'll look at the wrist there. That's fine. We'll delete this one. Still look at the silhouette there. We do lose the hand a little bit in this one, but that's okay. Get it back there, there. Still think this might be a little bit better suited, kind of like that. So let's try that. feels a little better. I feel like this should maybe be pushed forward there a little bit more. Alright, feels a little better. Now let's look at the feet again. Rotate X here. And let's overshoot the rotate X a little bit there. And push the foot out a little bit more. And this one, we'll push it in and down so it's closer there. Let's see that now. Okay, and let's look at the toe. Drag the toe furthest back. It's going to be there. You can start going back there. Give it a couple more frames just so I can see where this is coming from here. It's fine. And then it should start kicking up there. And we'll overshoot a little bit before that. I think maybe it should still drag here a little bit. So we're favoring that and then kick it up. Okay, and let's look at the other foot here. And throw a toe up here. And let's see how that feels. Gonna overshoot a little bit there. Yeah, let's watch that now. fingers here. We're coming off of a fist there, so I want that one. And then I want to do a new finger pose here. The fingers are really swinging out. This one could still be curved in a little bit, I think. Zoom in a little bit more so you can try and get a pretty straight finger here. And do a little bit of straightening out there. A little bit too. And a little bit of roll here. And let's look at that thumb. Let's look at all those, because I can't delete that one because it's got the shifting between IK and FK there. I don't want this stuff on the fingers, so I'll just delete that manually here. So I know I want that one. I know I want this. So let's get rid of everything in between there. We'll keep it closed a little bit more. Do something more like this, but we'll push that index open a little bit more. Our thumb spread back a little bit. And I think right here, grab all of the finger bases and we'll swing them out a little bit more. And do the thumb up there. feels fine to me. Maybe I'll get rid of that. Keep that one, that's better. But let's do a little bit of grouping here. Okay, let's see if we can do something more interesting with this hand then at least. I want some cool hand poses in there. I want to hit that other one, so you gotta pick where you want it to favor because we can't have it flashing everywhere here. Okay. Let's lock it in there. And here. Let's come up with something better. Do something over the top of this hand since we didn't go that way with the other one. We can do a little bit more on this side here. And we'll stretch that out a little bit more. That too. And this one a little bit more. Alright, that's a better hand pose. Okay. So we've got this one here. And we've got that one there. We'll delete everything in between there. Yeah, let's see that now. We can go a couple frames sooner, about 140. We have it still pretty clenched there. Hold that a little bit tighter. And let's look here. Get that thumb out of there. Here we'll favor the index opening a little bit. And middle as well. And let's see how that feels now. Okay. And let's look here. I want to try and blend those moves a little bit better on those fingers. But I want to keep our IK weight, so we can't really delete that. Can do. Oh, it feels like a weird rotation there. one thing I do want to do here is I want to try and extend that foot out a little bit more, just so we get a little bit of a cleaner silhouette between the hand and the foot there. I don't want to pop so much with that knee though, so let's see. Maybe what we'll do is we'll grab the shoulder and we'll just pull that back a little bit, just so we can get a little bit of silhouette in there, just so it's a little bit cleaner between the hand and the foot there. This one still feels like it's too high up. Just want to keep it out a little bit though. Okay, works a little better. So now I think I want to try and hit up the beginning part, kind of retime some of that stuff out a little bit. I feel like it's a little flat. So let's look at the whole thing together right now and see how it's looking. Is that the whole... I think that's about right. Still feel like that runs up and has a little bit of choppiness in it, but I think it's just because of how fast it is. It's okay. It could definitely be polished up more, but it's workable. Alright, so let's save our file here, see how we're doing on time so far. Yeah, we still have plenty of time. So, one thing I want to do here is that feels like it still takes too much time. So let's look at each one here. And let's cut 2 frames from there. And I think I want the index here to start another frame sooner. Maybe the pinky to fall another frame later, just so there's a little more variation there too. Let's watch that now. do one of these. Hold the hand here, this hand. So set everything here. And then we'll do, just to try and get an acting beat on the hand as well. So there's a little more thinking going on because it feels a little soft to me. Like there's not enough thought going through this character there. So we want to make him feel like he's really thinking here. Thinking about this jump. Does he want to do it? Is it going to be good? How much speed? How much? All that kind of stuff. So let's see. So I'll set that one there. And then right about here, do one where the fingers really stretch out. Let's see here. Here and a little base there. Okay, so I want to hold that for a few frames there. Pose to get into after that, so we have something else that we can do here. And this would just be a more relaxed pose here, nothing too fancy. Set that. I'll set this one. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that. This pose here. Alright, so let's see. Also want to hit the thumb. do something similar on the other side. And then I think what I want to do, I'm going to bend them in here on this breakdown. We'll do that on the other side there. And we'll do a little bit of sway on the fingers here. So bring forward there. And back there. Forward there. And back there. Forward there. Back there. Let's see if that feels right. Yeah, just so we have a little bit of sway in those fingers through the movement back there. And let's take the tips here. And we'll push them back a couple of frames. We'll overshoot them a little bit as well. Maybe we'll hit it, because I kind of want to keep it closed and then hit it right about there. So about 2 frames later. Maybe a couple of frames later. And then I'll hold it for a couple more frames here. Try and blend the moves a little bit more. So let's see. Maybe even a couple frames later. Just like 1 frame later. Let's see. So his hands clench while he's looking up and then stretch out right at the top there. So you got kind of that feeling. I think maybe it's taking too long to open up here. So what if I did 1 frame less there? So it really pops open. There we go. Okay. And let's look at the other side and we'll do something similar there. Doesn't have to be as big. something similar. And we've got a rough timing here, so that's going to help us because we've got the timing on the other hand. So let's do another little fist here. Get that thumb out there. This is just kind of an acting beat to help sell that our character's thinking, since we're not going to be able to really get a close-up on the face there. I mean, I guess we could shoot it, but for action shots I tend to like to do wide shots rather than close-up stuff. But you still want to get all the feeling and everything in there. Hold that for a few more frames there. Probably about there. And I don't think I'm going to make this one as extreme as the other one, but we'll still find something better. Still want it to kind of stretch out there. Bring that back. This back. And again, we'll try and get a little bit of spread throughout there. I'm going to group these ones a little bit more here. And same with the thumb. Get that out there. So let's see. Let's see that now. Yeah, it needs to hit about a frame sooner. Let's see. Right. And then I want to come up with a different hand pose from the one that we have in the beginning. So just to get some more variety in our hand posing here. Can be similar, but not the same. So we'll group that ring finger a little bit more with that little finger there. Look at our thumb. Do a little more thumb here. Okay, like I said, just a kind of a relaxed hand pose there. I've got that one, so we got hits there. They're trying to get a little bit different timing from the other hand here. tips and drag those in a little bit more so I can pop in there. The tips can all shoot out a little bit further there so they kind of overshoot. Sooner. Drag them a little bit more. Okay. And then we'll set everything there. Hold that for a little bit more. Needs to hold for maybe a couple more frames. So I feel like it's really stretching out there. Alright, let's see how it feels from now. And overall it feels like it's opening a little too slow. So let's go one frame sooner here. And maybe give me about 3 more frames overall just in there. Alright, so let's save our file here and then see if we can add a couple extra frames there just to hold that beat a little bit longer. So let's go minus 44 here. And grab everything. And give me just a couple more frames here. Maybe 1 frame less on those hands flicking out. sure we didn't mess up on anything there. Context still works from our IK-FK switch there. Now let's see. Still don't like the way this works. Let's cut a few frames from there. Maybe let it happen about a frame or two sooner. Still cut maybe one more frame from there. It still feels like it takes too long. Okay, and now let's try and transition everything a little bit better. With that hand, gotta add some sway in there with the fingers. So I'll swing it, which way is it going? Drag it here. And swing it forward there. Drag it there. Swing it forward here. Drag it back there. Swing it forward here. So we get a little bit of sway there. Okay, and let's look at the thumb as well. Swing forward there, or swing back there, forward there, back there, forward there, back there. Okay, I'm gonna look at that and try to clean that up a little bit too. Let's see how that feels. Kind of feel like it should be the other way around. Let's try that out instead. Yeah, that's better. Just so I can loosen up that movement on those hands a little bit more. Kind of feel like I could time this a little bit longer for a hold. Let's save our file and see if we can hold that a little bit more. Just buffer in like 1 or 2 frames there. Let's see. we still have everything working for a transition there. Trying to add frames to the beginning of the shot rather than add frames to the end where we have that transition because we ran into some problems there. It's okay. I think this beginning one, did I do any toe drag or anything here? I feel like I should have, but I don't know if I did. Yeah, I did. And so that set us back to about minus 46. Minus 47. I think that's where we started. Now let's look at the hand here. Let's do a little bit of keep alive there. So I'll just grab everything just a little bit. Go in there. Out there, just so we have some movement there. And here we could do a little bit of spread forward so it would drag there. And then a little bit of drag back. And let's try and clean those up too. Like I said, just a little bit of keep alive on those fingers, nothing exciting. And let's look at that thumb. Thumb can drag in a little bit there. Swing out a little bit there. Drag back a little bit, and then go to wherever it's going to go. And we'll ease into that movement on the thumb here. Just so we have a little bit of drag there. Alright, now let's do something similar on this side. Again, we'll grab everything here and we'll just give a little bit of curl to it, just so it has a little bit of life in there. Take that one, drag some stuff here. Do a little bit more forward there. in the grouping. Let's see. Let's look at that now. And then I think I want to hit that about there. And let it close up a little bit more here. And index be a little bit behind, just so there's a little variation there. And little one can already go in a little bit more here, just so there's a little bit of life in there. I think I'll do the thumb too. So thumb will drag back there, swing forward there, and then get more of a clench there on that thumb. Okay, and let's look at everything on the thumb here. Let's take a couple steps back there. Okay. Because I don't want to key everything, I just want to key the stuff on this thumb. So I'll key everything there. Key everything there. I'll hold that so that the thumb can really pop too. Let's see how that feels. Maybe hold it about 2 more frames. And give me another couple of frames to close that thumb in there. Okay, key it there so it's not as extreme back there. Alright. Okay, I think it's a good place to call it for today. We'll do some stuff with the head tomorrow, and then I think we'll call that a wrap for now. We could definitely spend a lot more time polishing this up, getting really into all of our spline hygiene here so that we could make sure we don't have any really flats or anything, but I don't know if that's going to be, if that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in comments below. But I'm sure 8-part series already is getting pretty long. We can move on to a different idea and have some more fun there too, because this is starting to work now. It's not super polished or anything, but it's the ideas coming across there. We've got our timing and our weight and everything kind of working. It's just really more nuanced stuff that we'd be doing from there, which is always fun, and you want to do that for anything you're putting on your reel. But let's go ahead and watch it a couple times and look back at where we started. And again, for this one, we polished up some stuff with the jump. We retimed some stuff a little bit. Got the this portion of the hold and into the run working, I think, a little bit better. It was a little poppy before. Cleaned up this contact and how it's some of those feet and hands worked as it hit the pole. And then added those couple little kind of acting beats with the hands and livened them up throughout that beginning portion as well. So I've still hit up a decent amount of stuff. Let's see what we're looking at for time-wise. Yeah, longer than I thought. Got lost in doing some of that hand stuff. So let's take a look back at where we started. Like I said, we're looking at the beautiful work of Boris Vallejo, and he said, work hard, be patient, and don't get discouraged. It takes time to get there. It's a tough thing to say, to never get discouraged on your journey, but just keep taking another step and keep going, and never give up. Get inspired where you can. Look at stuff to keep you going, whatever you can do to sit down and put the work in, or get out there and put the work in, or whatever it is that you're working on. Just get in the right mode and force yourself to do it until it starts feeling good, even on those days when it's tough. I love you guys lots. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm having fun doing these longer series sessions with you guys. Lets us get into some more nuanced work. If you're watching this, remember you are the creative future, so go out there and make something. Thanks for all the likes and subscribes. You guys are amazing. And I think we'll wrap it up before I get too rambly. So we will see you for some more animation tomorrow.